Twin Sisters Digital Media presents The Night the Toys Came Alive, written by Cass Hollander, illustrated by Nan Pollard. The Night the Toys Came Alive. This is the story of an amazing thing that happened in a place called Pleasantville. Pleasantville was a nice place to live. It was probably a lot like the place where you live. But there was one thing about Pleasantville that made it very different. The people in Pleasantville never talked to each other. The mothers and fathers always went around 2 by 2. They never talked to other mothers and fathers. It wasn't because they were mean. It was just the way it was. The children in Pleasantville always played at their own houses. They never played with the children in other houses. It wasn't because they were mean either. It was just the way it was. The people of Pleasantville kept to themselves, and that was just fine with everyone. Everyone except the toys. All the toys in Pleasantville had come from the same store, so they all knew each other. They had been friends at the toy store, but after people bought them, they didn't get to see each other anymore. Because the children in Pleasantville always played at their own houses, the toys had to play at their own houses too. And that was very sad for the toys. Toys enjoy each other's company, you know. It was especially sad for the 2 young bears. They had been at the toy store together and had become very good friends. They had hoped that someone would buy them both, but that didn't happen. One bear went to the White House on Oak Street. The other bear went to the Blue House on Pine Street. They couldn't see each other anymore. One night, the bear that lived in the White House was sitting by the window. He'd been left there when the children went to bed. It was late, and everyone in Pleasantville was asleep. The little bear was sad. He missed being taken to bed. He missed his friend who lived on Pine Street. He was so sad that a big tear rolled down his cheek. And when it did, an amazing thing happened. The sad little teddy bear came to life, and his friend in the Blue House on Pine Street came to life too. In fact, every toy in Pleasantville came to life. And when the toys realized they were alive and could move about on their own, they all raced out of their houses to find their friends. The streets of Pleasantville were soon filled with toys of every kind. The toys shouted to each other. They hugged each other. They ran and they skipped and they jumped for joy. It was a wonderful sight to see. Together at last, the toys had a party that went on all night. They danced and they sang. They played leapfrog and tag. Nobody thought about going home. Everyone was having too much fun. But too soon the night was over, and the sun was coming up. The toys had to get back to their houses before the children woke up. They had to get back before they turned into just plain toys again. But the toys didn't know for sure where they lived. They all ran to different houses, but none of them ran to the right house. When the children woke up, you can guess what happened. Everybody had the wrong toys, and they all wanted their own toys back. The children told their mothers and fathers, and every mother and father decided there was just one thing to do. They would take their toys back to the toy store. So all the mothers and all the fathers and all the children and all the toys went to the toy store first thing that morning. At the toy store, the people of Pleasantville discovered something. To get the right toy back to the right child, they had to talk to each other. And so they did. Mothers and fathers talked to other mothers and fathers. Children talked to other children. And everyone in Pleasantville discovered that everyone else in Pleasantville was very nice indeed. After that, the mothers and fathers in Pleasantville didn't go around 2 by 2 all the time. Sometimes they went around in 4s or 6s or even in 8s. And the children in Pleasantville didn't always play in their own houses. They mostly played at each other's houses, and they brought their toys with them. That made the toys very happy indeed, and it made Pleasantville even nicer than it was before.